My dwarven ally will help me block that. The elf, that is like maybe a friendly elf that I meet in the dungeon that has healing capabilities. Hey everyone, there's Athakos and I'm back with my solo card game series, and today it's a very special episode and I will show you in a few minutes why, because we have a special deck and we also have a special game today. But before we get into the game, let me just show you the deck first. So the designers of this deck were so kind to actually send me these decks so I can present them on the channel, and I'm really looking forward to doing so because this is a really cool deck. So I got the Mythic Kingdoms decks. We have the Nature and the Magic deck. Why is this special? Well, first of all, these decks are nice. I will show you why and how in just a minute, but there also is, as of recording this video, there's still 3 days left for this campaign here. This is, I cannot see it that well, I think, on screen. I might have to do a few images here so you can see it. This is the Tournament of the Mythic Kingdoms. That's how the deck is called. And right now, there is 3 days left on the Mountain and Dungeon decks, which are similar to these two here. They have different colors for the decks. So we have then a blue and a red deck, the Mountain and the Dungeon deck, and also the Jokers and the special card are different, and the card backs. I will show that to you with these decks. I plan to edit this video today and tomorrow and hope to get it out tomorrow. So this would be Tuesday and you would still have 2 days left to back this campaign. I really like the decks. I will show you the decks from the first campaign. This is the second one here. I will show you the decks from the first campaign, which is the Nature and the Magic decks, and then you can decide whether or not you like them enough to actually back this campaign. If I'm not mistaken, you can actually get these two as well in that campaign, so you will have some variety there. Let's actually start with the Nature deck first. So first of all, the tuck case in itself is nothing too special. There's no embossing or anything, but it is numbered, so that is pretty cool. So these decks are actually limited, right? So there were 1,500 were printed, and I got one of them, which is really cool. So again, thank you to the designers of these decks for providing me with a review copy, or with a copy I can play with on my channel, which is really great. As you can see, I haven't played with that deck yet here. I've played with the Magic deck so far. So you see, like, you have like this little green tint here, this tinted background, which is really nice, and the drawings are really nice as well. So you can see here that this looks like this hand-drawn thing. You have like these fairies here as the Jokers. So the Jokers and also the special card in the back, these differ from deck to deck. The rest of the cards is identical, right? So when you want to decide whether you will get the Nature deck, the one I'm showing you right now, or the Magic deck, which I will show to you in a minute, then the only differences are the card backs. You see here, you have green card backs for the Nature deck. You have different Jokers, and you have a different just special card you can do with whatever, but the rest is the same. So just so you know what you get when you pledge for different decks. And then of course these cards also differ for the two new decks for the current campaign. Alright, so we do have these nice fairy Jokers here. You see they're indicated by these stars here, which is pretty nice. It's a nice touch, I like that. And then we have the regular cards, and that is pretty cool because each of these suits has a different, let's say, a different theme, a different symbol, and also different characters. So these cards are really great for any like dungeon delving or any fantasy games you want to play, right? Like fantasy themed games. And yes, we will be playing a kind of a dungeon crawler today. So we have this dragon here for the Ace of Spades, and generally the spades are these skulls here, right? These purple skulls. Looks really nice. I really like the design here. And when we go to the face cards, you see we have these skeletons, right? So we have the one-eyed Jack here. We have the Night Queen, which is like this ghostly skeleton. We have the Shadow King for the king, right? And that is the spades. And then when we go to the diamonds, here we have the dwarves, right? So the Ace of Diamonds here, we have the Gem Golem. Really cool design. Right, you see like this dwarven design, but as a golem, and also these gems here on the back, really cool. And generally we have like these dwarven faces here on the diamonds. One thing that is pretty cool, you can also see that here, is that one of these skulls was always highlighted, right, in white. The rest is like this tinted grayish purple. And same thing here, right? You see that a few of these are always highlighted and a few are not. And it looks just cool. It makes it like look symmetrical and really cool. I like that. So we have these dwarven faces here. Some of them are the other way around, some of them are not. So there's a lot of detail here in these cards. And then we also have like the dwarves, right? We have the Laughing Jack, we have the Diamond Queen, and we have the the Axe King. Sorry about that. And then here we have the orcs for the clubs. So for the king, now we go the other way. We go back. Let's do it like this. Let's start with the ace first again. We have the Outrider, like this orc that is riding on these wolves, really cool. And then we generally have like these orc faces here in the clubs. Looks pretty cool. Always a few highlighted, a few the other way around, just like with the other cards. And then here we have the Jack, that is the Mad Jack. looks pretty cool. And then we have the Queen of Fate and the Monarch. Really cool. And then the last one is the hearts. Let's start with the ace again. This is the elven suit, so to speak. Here we have for the ace of hearts, we have the white heart. Really cool. I really like this, like that you can also, that the heart is also resembled here in the antlers. Really cool. I like that. And then here we have like these elven warrior faces in the hearts with these wings at the sides. Really nice as well. And then we have the Eagle-Eyed Jack, we have the Queen of Hearts, and the High King. And then also we have, as in most games, we have a double backer, and we have like this extra card. Nature, here it will be magic. I will show that to you in just a minute. And then looking at the back, same as here at the backs, really cool design as well. You see like a lot of things that are resembled in the deck, right? You see like you see the heart here, you see the wolves and the dragon, and you see like all these different cards here, which is pretty cool. I really like that as well. So you have like these 2 extra cards, either for magic tricks if you want to perform those, or just for any game. If you have like a game where you need like 1 or 2 extra cards, you have those here, right? So a really nice deck. I really like that. I'm not the biggest fantasy guy, but that's why I think I don't own any fantasy themed card decks so far, because most of them I don't like too much, but this is a really nice deck. I really like the design of that, and I will play with those quite often in the future, I think. And then, I almost forgot the jokers. I showed them to you in the beginning, but just want to show them to you again. So these 2 jokers from the nature deck, we have here the 2 elves. One of them is smiling, the other one is just facing the other way around, and is not as happy, right? You see like that she's looking a little bit mean-eyed. Also, it's very nice that the attention to detail, that it's not just mirrored, right? These are actually 2 different drawings, right? You see like different mushrooms and everything. Really well done. And like these stars, I like the touch as well. It just looks nice, right? And that is a joker. You see it because of the card name here, but also because like there's this little joker on a stick for the fairy, right? So that is really cool as well. All right, so I will also show to you the magic deck just quickly, because most of the cards are the same, but just show that to you, and then we will start playing the game. So first of all, so the only things that are different are the jokers. Let me find one. There we go. Right, so you actually have like real jokers in the magic deck. It makes more sense here, of course, right? Like this joker here juggling these playing pieces, which is really funny. I like that, right? And then you have the other joker that is just having this magic wand here and doing its shenanigans with that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and then also the other thing that we have, of course, is here the extra card, which is instead of the nature card, we have this magic card here, which makes sense since that is the magic deck. And then also we have like a different backer. So the back is actually the same, as far as I know. Let me just double check to be sure. Yep, it's the same back. It's just different color, right? So the differences you have is the magic, the extra card, the jokers, and the back, the double backer, and generally the back of the cards. All right. So, and we will be playing with the nature deck today. I just think that fits a little bit better, I think. And I like the magic deck, the nature deck a little bit more, because the elves here are really cool, the fairies. All right, so let me just get all the cards out. We don't need the double backer and also not the nature. I will have to shuffle this like really, really well. I will do so in a minute, but first let me show you what game we will play today. So, we will be playing Mythic Dungeon Crawler today. First, let me just fix the exposure quickly, and then we can get started. So, this is actually very special because this game was designed by the same people who designed these card decks. So these actually really go hand in hand. These fit well together, which is a really cool thing. When I was asked if I wanted to present this deck, because they actually saw my solo card game series, I said, yeah, sure. Because I looked at the cards online and I liked them. I liked the design. So I said, yeah, I would like to present those because I don't want to present decks I don't like, right? So that's why I said, yeah, sure, I'm going to do that. And then I told them I will look for some kind of dungeon crawler-esque games. I found a few of them, but they all didn't really do that what I was looking for. And then they said, well, we actually do have a game that we are designing at the moment. So I thought like, yeah, sure. I mean, that's perfect, right? So I will play through Mythic Dungeon Crawler today. Mythic Dungeon Crawler is inspired by Scoundrel, which I already played through on my channel. So I suggest you check that out because the games do have similarities, and also is also inspired by Card Crawl, which is a digital card game. I haven't played that one yet, to be honest. Yeah. So let me just quickly set up the game. So meaning just shuffling the cards, and then I will show you how the game works. Right, that should be it. I forgot to count now. I usually do that 7 times because that's a really good way to shuffle the cards, but I think that should be fine. So one thing I forgot to mention when presenting this deck is that it feels great. It's pretty thin, right? It's quite thin cards, which is good because it makes them handle really nicely. And also they are linen finish, and they have a linen finish and everything, so they feel really, really good. Seriously. Okay, so... and I think I need to up the exposure a little bit. It's a little bit dark here, so let me just do that quickly. I think that should be a little bit better. Also, there are currently 2 of these playmats. The only difference we have is how the health is tracked. So I will actually take this one here with the squares, because then I will be able to track it a little bit better. So, this is a solo card game series. Games you can only play with a deck of cards. You don't need anything else. So this is a playmat that is still a work in progress, but I got that from the designers. They sent me that, but you don't need it, right? You just need these 4 spots here and these 3 spots. Health you can track in any way, right? You can do that by having like 25 tokens. You can do it just by having a piece of paper and just writing a number on it. You can track it with your mobile phone. It doesn't really matter. You just need to track these 25 health points, right? Or 20 health points, depending on whether you play on easy or on normal. So what I will do, I will actually track them here. I got this really nice hard counter from the game Flamecraft that I will publish an unboxing for very soon. So I'll put that here on the 20 so we can track our health. All right, but you don't really need all of that, right? You just need that deck of cards actually. You just need to remember where to put cards, but I think that is not too hard. So what we do is we need to get through the entire deck without dying. That is our goal. And then we can look at how many points we got. So what we will do is we will go through the dungeon room by room. That is a little bit similar to how Scoundrel does it, and the other game I have on my channel that you can check out. And then we have different cards that we can take in our left hand, into our right hand, into our bag, or we can fight them if they are monsters. We see up here that that black cards are the monsters. So these clubs here, that is a monster we encounter in the room. Hearts are health potions that we can drink or just hold in our hand. And weapons, shields, and allies are diamonds. I will show to you in a minute how that works. So we already have pretty bad a bad room here, I think, because we already have 2 potions, right? And we cannot, I think I just said that I could, but we can actually not hold potions as far as I know. We can only drink them immediately if we have a free hand. We have only 2 hands, right? So what I will do is the following. I will take I will take this one here because that is a weapon, a shield, or an ally, right? It is called an ally if it's one of the face cards, right? So that is a dwarf we encounter in the dungeon, and the dwarf is so kind as to actually help us. So we will put the ally into our left hand, so they will accompany us, and these diamonds can be used as shields or weapons. I will show to you later how that works. And then we have like this enemy here, right? So enemy, we can do two things. Either we can attack the enemy, right? So a jack, you can also see that here. A jack is 11 value, a queen has 12 value, a king a value of 13, and an ace has a value of 14, right? And all the numbers have the value, right? Have the value they depict, since, well, they're numbers. We can either attack an enemy and then kill it, or we can provoke an enemy. If we provoke an enemy, then it will come to us and attack us, and then actually it can either attack us directly, or it can be covered by, we can deflect it with our shield, right? So we would then put it here and say, okay, this enemy has a strength of 6. We have a shield with a strength of 11. So we still have a shield of 5 left for another enemy, and that is fine. But I will not do that. Instead, I will let the enemy attack me directly and do 6 damage to me. So we're now down to 14. This enemy, whenever we resolve an enemy completely, we can put it in our bag face down. That is loot. At the end, all these face down cards are these are points if we actually win the game, which is really hard, by the way, right? So I can't promise that I will win. But if we have something in our bag, we can store one item in our bag, like one weapon or ally or whatever. And if we do that, then we cannot put any enemies here. Then we just have to discard them. That's just less points for us, right? So, and now I got damage. So what I will do, I have a free hand. So I will drink that potion, discard it. So I'm back to 20, right? And then we cleared the room pretty much, because we only need to clear 3 of these 4 cards. And then we will just go to the next room and fill up everything with cards again, right? So that system is a little bit similar to Scoundrel, right? Just that we have these shields and everything, so it works a little bit different, which is cool. It's like an evolution of that game, combined with Card Crawl, which I need to check out maybe today after having recorded this video. Okay, so, and now we continue again. So we have another enemy here with a value of 6, but we also have like a potion and another weapon. So I think what I will do, I will let the enemy attack me again. Right, I will provoke the enemy, so it will attack me. That does 6 damage. Then I will drink that potion here, which lets me recover 3 health, which is okay. And then I will take this weapon or shield, depending on how I use it later, into our right hand. So now we can't drink any potions anymore, but now I think it's time we actually defeat enemies, right? And that is how the game continues, until either you have gone through the entire deck and have cleared all cards, or until you die, right? Okay, so, we have a lot of weapons here. That is the problem, and a lot of potions. We cannot use all of that, right? So we will have to discard a few things. We can hold one thing in our bag, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I will put that one, that weapon, because it's really strong. It has a value of 12. That's the 3rd highest weapon or shield card we can have. I will put that in our bag for now. And then, well, we can't use a potion because we don't have a free hand at the moment. Well, what I could probably do is that, I don't know if we can do that. I'm not sure. The rules don't really say that. If I can put this weapon into the bag for now, and then I have a free hand, then I can drink a potion, right? And then I can put the card back. But I will just play it this way now. In case this is a move that is not valid, I will put it in my pinned comment as usual, right? I'm pretty sure that the designers will let me know. So I will drink this potion here. So I'm back to full health. And then I will also take this card here into my right hand, and this one I will have to discard something. I will discard this one because I want to keep that high health potion for later. All right, so let's continue. I need some enemies. No more weapons, please, and no more potions. I'm really unlucky now because all the enemies will come later when I can't use that stuff anymore, right? Because we don't have an inventory, really. We just have left a right hand and a bag. So, well, then let's just use this enemy here let's just provoke. I will just provoke the enemy, so it will attack me, and then I will block it with my Dwarven ally will help me block that, and I can't do anything with these, right? I can't store anything, I can't drink a potion, so I will have to discard everything. Yeah, well, that's... Well, actually, I'm thinking, should I keep the health? Or should I keep the weapon? I think keeping the weapon is probably better. Yeah, I think so. So let me discard that instead. Alright, so now let's fill the room here again. Yes, finally, a few enemies. That is wonderful. So, let's see. Okay. So we do have that in our bag. So that might be an idea. But we also need to get rid of our hand. So, that king has a value of 13. That has a value of 10. So, actually, that's perfect. So what I will do is, I will use this weapon here to put it on the king. Even if I couldn't put it from the bag on the king, I could maybe swap it with my right hand, right? I see the bag as an inventory and I can swap my inventory. So I think that's okay. I will put it on the king. So the king now has 3 health left, and then I will provoke the king. That guy will now attack me, but I will block it here with my shield. So you see, this enemy has a strength of 8, and the king has a strength of 3 left because of the shield, right? So 8 plus 3, that is 11, and that is exactly the value of the Joker. So now the shield is actually used up completely, right? Before that I cannot discard it. And so I will just discard my shield and my weapon up here. And these 2 enemies I defeated. So I can take them and I can put them as loot in the bag because the bag is free again, which is really cool. And now I have a left hand free again and the bag. And what I will do is I don't need to heal. So I will put the 4 maybe here. And the 7 I will put here. I think like that might be an idea. And I will keep that for now. And then let's continue to the next room. Okay. So that looks pretty good. So I will use this weapon here to attack this guy here, and then I will provoke him so that he attacks me, and I will block with the 4, which is perfect because 7 plus 4, that is 11. That is exactly the value of the enemy. My bag is free again, so I can store that as a loot card. And now, well, we don't need to heal. I will take this weapon here, put it in my hand, but we can't store potions. I can only drink potions. I can't drink it because I'm at full health, so I would have to discard the potion. This is not a good start, right? So that is a problem. So we actually have a Joker. That is interesting. And we just have too many cards that we don't need. One thing that is interesting is the Joker can be placed either in the left or right hand or the bag. And what the Joker does, the Joker can hold any card. Now you say, well, but you can put other cards in your hand, in your bag too. Yes, but the Joker can hold any card. Not just the diamonds, but I can also hold a potion there. And I can also hold an enemy there that I can defeat later. Right? So the Joker can hold anything, which is really nice. Like the ace is incredible for healing. So what I will do probably is store the ace here with the Joker for now, right? And these cards are all really good. Well, let me think. So unfortunately, I'm not allowed to discard any cards that I have down here that I have equipped, right? So I would like to discard that one and keep this one here, but I can't do that. So what I will do is, I will just discard one of those. But I think I will rather discard this one here, like this. Okay, let's go to the next room, please. I would like a few enemies. There we go. Oh, there we have a few enemies here, which is wonderful. So let's see what we could do. We could maybe have a combination of these 2. Can I do anything there? I think I can, and I think I will. So let me attack this guy here with the weapon I have here. It's like a small weapon, right? It only does 3 damage, so maybe it's like a little dagger or something, right? And then I will provoke this guy, so he attacks me, but unfortunately I do have a Dwarven ally here, so it does 1 damage to the queen, and I still have 11 left, and then I will provoke this guy, who does exactly 11 damage, so that works. Unfortunately, I can now not take these as loot, because I still have something in my bag, right? That is pretty bad, but we defeated them, that's the most important thing. Then I will take this one here, as a weapon, and then, or shield, and then continue. Okay, now we have all the enemies here. Oh, now we receive a lot of damage, but we do have that ace, which is pretty good. Okay, the ace like recovers 14 health, which is a lot. And I think that is what I might do now. I think that's what I might do. I think I will... Yes, I will let the king here attack me. I will provoke the king. And I will not block any... Well, actually, I could also just block. It doesn't really matter. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I do. And I won't be able to get any loot anyway. So I will just, let's say I just block the king with the shield here. So the king does 13 damage. This is 6. So I still receive 7 damage. I'm down to 13. And then I will also let these two attack me, which is another 7 damage. So I'm down to 6. And then I will use this potion here, which heals me for 14, right? So I'm back to 20 again. And I will also have to discard that Joker, because I used the card that the Joker was holding. All right, next room. We don't have any potions. We don't have any weapons anymore. We have a Joker again, which I don't really need at the moment. I think what I will do is I will take this weapon. I don't... Yeah, well, but I actually want to store that health potion. So, you know what? I will put the Joker here because I want to get more loot cards. And put the king over here. So we can hold that potion. And then I will provoke the enemy so it attacks me. And I will block with that shield over here. Okay. Oh, now I used all 4 cards. Is that okay? I think it is okay. It should be okay. If not, then I could have kept the enemy in there, right, for this round. Doesn't really matter too much, I think. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff here. So what I will do now is, now I will provoke this enemy. So it will attack me. I will block with that shield. 13 exceeds the 9 by 4. So I will actually receive 4 damage. But now the bag is empty again. We don't hold anything there, so we can take these enemies as loot again, which is great. And what will I do? I still have that potion, which is okay. I will drink this potion here, which heals me for 2. And I will take this weapon here, or shield, to be ready for the next encounter. Okay, I think we're doing okay at the moment. We are really doing okay. I hope that I'm playing by all the correct rules. If there are a few rules that I'm not playing 100% correct, I will put them in my pinned comment as usual, right? But I think I'm not too far off, right? Okay, so we do have that enemy here. So now the issue is that we will have to discard something if I block the enemy here, right? So what I will do, I will actually attack the enemy now with the 8. That exceeds the enemy by 1. So I will put that as loot here. And then I will... Oh, I can't hold that one anyway. Well, then I will have to use the Jack here to heal, right? The elf. That is like maybe a friendly elf that I meet in the dungeon that has healing capabilities. And he's healing me for 11, but I mean, I only have 2 that I can heal. And then I will take the ace, which does 14 damage, or blocks 14 damage, which is great. And I will put that one here. I had to discard a lot of good cards, so I might not make it through, but let's just give it our best. Yeah, of course, now all the enemies are coming. Okay. So, let me think. 9, 12. Okay. I think we're doing okay. I will just provoke all the enemies, right? So this one does 12 damage. I will block that, with my shield for 14. Then this one will attack and do another 3 damage that exceeds the shield by 1. So I get these as loot, but I receive 1 damage. And then this one will also do another 9 damage to me. So I'm now down to 10 health. I will still keep that potion, I think, because it's better. But I will now use this potion. No, I will wait for the next room. Maybe there's another enemy. There is one. That I can actually even... Yeah, that actually works. So I will provoke this enemy here. So I will receive another 9 damage. I only have 1 health left. But now I can use that king here. Right? That elf that was accompanying me on my journey. And now He's healing me for 13, so I'm back to 14. The Joker will also be discarded. That is both Jokers. Now I don't have any Jokers left. And then I will take this weapon here. And this one does... this one would do 12 damage. 7, 6, 13. That is pretty good. So I will actually provoke this enemy and will block it with a shield here. So the enemy still does 12 damage. So I'm now down to 2 again, but in the next room I will drink that potion and then I should be okay. But now, oh no, and that is it. I think now I lost because I can heal myself back up with 12. So that means I'm back up to 14. But these are too high, right? Like I still have to resolve 2 of these rooms. Well, actually, no. Let me go back because there is another rule. There's another rule for what we can do, because we can, I think you can do that in Scoundrel as well. We can actually skip a room, right? Skipping a room means that we cannot don't interact with any of these cards in the room. We can skip the room and then we shuffle these 4 cards back into the dungeon pile. I will do that definitely because otherwise I will lose, right? So I will use all of these cards back into the dungeon deck. We can also do that a second room in a row, but then we will suffer 5 damage, but I can't skip a third time, right? So I can't skip now again because suffering 5 damage would actually kill me. Okay, so let's just hope I have shuffled well enough. Let me just do a little bit unconventional shuffling here because let's do one of these. Okay, so let's hope. Oh no. Very good. Okay. We are still in the game. That is wonderful. And we don't have too many cards left, so I don't think we can make it, but let's try it. We have come really far. Okay, so I will definitely take this weapon. I mean, I'm not stupid, right? And then I will also heal. I will heal 10. That is a great potion I found. And then I will provoke. Who will I provoke? This one would do 1 damage to me. But then I would have it easier the next rounds. I think that's what I will do. I will provoke this guy. Or it doesn't matter. I can also just attack this guy and then let it provoke me. Anyway, this one will do 1 damage to me. So I'm still at 11 health. And let's see how the next room looks like. Oh no, that would kill me. And now I think we are dead. 10, 13, yes. And that is it. Well, we can skip a room again, right? We just can't do it like 2 times in a row without suffering damage. So, you know what? Let's just... I don't know if there are any good cards in here anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's all just enemies and then it doesn't matter if we skip or not. But let's just try it. Okay, so let's see. That is okay. That is okay. That is not okay. That is not okay. So we need 3 cards at least. Like the minimum amount of damage we could get is like 15. That also exceeds our health. So I will actually skip a second time and shuffle these in again. I don't think we have any good cards in here anymore. I think it doesn't matter how often I shuffle. So I can't skip a third time now. I cannot do that. So now I need to work with the cards I get here. Okay, let's see. Perfect. Great. So we can delay our death a little bit longer, right? So I will immediately heal for 12. So we are now, we have 18 again. And then we'll take like the low cards. I will provoke these guys. So we receive 6 damage. So we're now down to 12 health. Okay, so that is one of the last rooms here. There's 1 card left. I must have made some mistake with filling up the rooms. But yeah, now we are dead, right? So I can provoke these 2 guys here that do 10 damage. Then I'm down to 2. Because I could skip again and shuffle and hope this one is a good card. But you see, that is also another enemy. So, and this enemy will now kill us. And we are dead. That is it. All right. So we definitely did not win the game. So let's say I had 1, right? Then I would take all these cards here and I would just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. that would be my score, 18. Right, of course, I mean, I would have defeated these 3 as well, right? So I would have had 21 probably. And that works well, because we have a win-lose condition, right? We need to defeat all the enemies without dying, right? And if you actually win the game, then you can also check your score, right? That is pretty cool. So, as I said in the beginning, you don't need the playmat, you don't need a token. It is cool to play with that, right? It is really cool with that. I could imagine you could probably just put it like on, I put it like on thick paper, that it feels nice, but you can probably put it on thin paper as well, and maybe just fold it together or whatever, right? And put it in your deck of cards. That should actually still fit in there, like as a small sheet of paper, right? And then you could take it with you. It would probably work. You don't really need it, right? I mean, you can just you can also just use your deck of cards, right? For example, this one, in case you decide to back it. And what you then do is you just always put the dungeon here. Let me just put all of that back. You can put all of that here, like this is always the dungeon, and you always have like 3 slots here you can keep for your items, right? I mean, this is not items now, but you probably know what I mean, right? You just need these 2 rows, right? You have like your dungeon up here, and you always have like your bag maybe on the right, and you have your 2 hands left and right, and that's it. You don't need the playmat, but of course it is a lot nicer with it, definitely. I think there will be an update on the current campaign with the game, where the rules of the game are noted, and my video is probably going to be part of that, I hope. That will be really cool. And then you can take a look at that and play it yourself. But you have watched me play the game. You don't need that playmat. You can also just play it with any deck of cards, but it is really cool with this one here, because first of all, it looks nice. I really like it. It feels great, and also it's quite thematic, right? Because you have like the enemies here, and they are enemies, right? Because of the skeletons and everything, and you have like these dwarves and elves that heal you or help you fight. It is very thematic for this game, so that is cool. It just makes it a lot more fun. And yeah, that concludes my showcase of the Mythic Kingdoms deck. Don't forget, the campaign for the 3rd and 4th deck is gonna be live another 2 days, and also my playthrough of Mythic Dungeon Crawler. This is how the game is called. Alright, if you're still watching, thank you very much for doing so. I highly appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of this game. If this is the first of my videos you're watching, why don't you head over to my channel and check out the other videos I have, because there are a lot of videos on my channel, like in the hundreds. And also, I do have more games in this series here, right? There's a series where I present like solo card games that you can play with just a simple deck of cards. So you can also check out the other videos. I also have Scoundrel there, which was an inspiration for this game. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I highly appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you show me and the algorithm that by liking and commenting. You can also subscribe if you like my content enough. And if you would like to talk with me in my little community, you can head over to my Discord server. I would love to see you over there. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the very next video. Alright, take care everyone, and cheers.